Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 31st, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com over the past week. Running a bit late with this video, a lot of breaking news this morning, so we'll get to it soon. Just a heads up, using a lav connected to a new wireless Rode mic system, so I could be more hands-free, really mostly for the vlogs. Or if you are in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area and you want to be on the vlog, I could do it in a very socially distant way. 10 feet apart outside. So definitely let me know by contacting me either in the comments or whatever. And if you know anybody, definitely let them know because I definitely want to get this vlog going again. I've been posting once a week, but I'm running out of videos. So with that, I believe now we have cows behind me. The reason for that is for Adam Singer. So thank you, Adam. In any event, let's get started with the news. First up, very interesting Google video, a Google Webmaster video where John Mueller answers some questions around negative reviews and how it doesn't hurt sites. So about, 10 years ago, there was a site called Decor My Eyes, and basically that site uses strategy to go ahead and basically harass or give such bad customer service to customers with the intent of that those customers go ahead and leave reviews and links to the website. And that would boost their rankings, and it worked. Basically, the more reviews, the more links, the more negativity towards that website, Google would rank that site higher. So then Google, this got major publication in like New York Times, Wall Street Journal, one of these sites, and then Google a month or several weeks later actually went ahead and released an algorithm that said, if you have negative reviews, a lot of them, and we see a pattern of that, your ranking may be impacted by it. So then John Mueller here, 10 years later, and I'm sure John loves when I quote him and then quote somebody else. So that's something that happened 10 years before. Because 10 years is a long time. But basically, John Mueller basically said, when somebody was asked, do negative reviews hurt me? If I have a lot of negativity, reputation negativity, like people writing bad articles and bad reviews about me online, is that going to hurt me? And John basically said, no, I don't think you'll see any effect on the rankings of your website from that. And he confirmed that. So it was very interesting to hear him say that. If you want to learn more about that and the thing that happened 10 years ago, very interesting. Definitely take a look. I posted about it on July 30th, which was yesterday. Also, John said that you should forget everything you know about, everything you read actually about link juice. He said on Twitter, again, forget everything you read about link juice, quoting link juice. And he said it's very obsolete, wrong, and misleading. Instead, build a website that works well for your users. Following up on that, this morning he said that links are not the most important SEO factor. He said there's other things that are more important. Obviously, we know content probably more important. But John basically, I think it's the first time he actually said that. Links are definitely not the most important SEO ranking factor out there for Google. And we kind of know that, but it is definitely an important ranking factor. The question is it more important than RankBrain? That's a joke. Sorry if you don't get that. Big news this week from Bing. Bing launched their brand new Bing Webmaster tool. So if you try to access Bing Webmaster tools, it will default now to the new version. You still could access the old one if you wanted to. I have links to that there. But with that launch, they released a lot of tools, including a new URL inspection tool, which pretty much works the same way as Google's, with a little bit of difference. I covered the difference at Search Engine Land. Also with that, Bing also launched a new Robots.txt tester, again, similar to how Google's works, and it basically lets you test URLs on your site to see if it's being blocked or whatever by your robots.txt file. Bing also is doing some outreach around the WordPress plugin. So a week or so ago, Bing released a new WordPress plugin that uses the URL submission API to automatically submit WordPress new content on WordPress and updated content on WordPress to Bing automatically. Bing has updated that and it's out for a while. Now Bing's reaching out to people who have installed it saying, I see you're having issues, can we help you fix it? So there's lots of cool Bing outreach going on over there as well. Interesting, this week, 2 days ago, the US Congress interviewed or had testimony from Sundar Pichai from Google and a bunch of other executives, Tim Cook at Apple, Jeff Bezos at Amazon, and Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook. But the stuff obviously I care about is Google. And in that, it was very hard. I mean, it was basically Congress people, congressmen and women basically doing sound clips, not letting them respond properly and cutting them off just to give their sound clips. But Rand Fishkin went through a lot of the documents, the evidence from Congress and some internal emails, And one thing he said, again, is Rand Fishkin about clicks. And he said basically, yes, Google uses user signals like clicks. And the truth is, it does say that, but it doesn't say they use it directly in search. They use it to evaluate their search rankings and maybe to improve their algorithms. Not saying that Google feeds this click data back into their algorithm, saying, oh, 5 people clicked on this link in the past 5 hours, feed that in, the ranking algorithm will go ahead and improve the rankings for that site. That's not what it's saying there. It's basically saying, doesn't say that at all. It could be that Google looks at click data to evaluate how their algorithms are doing. And Google has said they do that. They look at how people are interacting with the search results to improve their algorithms overall, but not to basically feed that data back into the algorithm immediately and import and change rankings based off click data. So just a little tidbit there. Google Search Console and the rich results testing tool was updated to support the image license markup, where you could actually go ahead and see it's basically structured data support in the enhancements tool. If you have image license markup, where you would see an image licensable badge or a label on your images. Now, if you have that, Google will show you debug data both in the rich results test as well as Search Console enhancements report. Just a little tidbit there as well. Google said they are planning to expand the rich results test tool. This comes after a lot of SEOs are complaining that the structured data testing tool is going away and it offers a lot more features. Google said, don't worry, we will go ahead and improve it. We'll make the rich results test tool better, and the structured data test tool is not going away anytime soon. Google's testing tools now show web story by name in the testing tool. So if you run a test in the rich results test or in Google Search Console on a web story, it's going to say web story and not show AMP story or something like that. It actually knows the difference now between the two, which is cool. Google Home displays also now show not just recipes, it looks like recipes, but how-to schema. And it shows it as a tutorial like it would show recipe. It looks like they're testing this, they're evaluating it using the recipe mechanism for showing on the smart displays on like Google Home Hub, Google Nest Hub, and so forth with the screen. Step-by-step instructions using how-to schema for any tutorial that you might want. Google is also sending notifications via email to those who have job schema, telling them, hey, if you do have remote jobs, please mark up those jobs with the Telecommute markup. And Google will then highlight those Telecommute jobs in search to say, hey, there's lots of jobs that are remote now, and you can go ahead and sign up and apply for these jobs, because obviously a lot of people are out of jobs now, and Google wants you to use that remote job stuff. Google's testing a new local Q&A box. It's interesting because it's not the typical local Q&A box that goes on the knowledge panel. It's the local Q&A box that kind of looks like the local Q&A box in general search. Not sure exactly what this is. It seems like it might be businesses that have multiple listings, like Walmart was this query. So it's interesting to see that. Here's a screenshot of that so you can actually see it yourself. Google Local Pack is also testing, and they used to have carousels for images, but now they're testing carousels for products. So I guess if the business has product data in Google My Business, it might go ahead and test showing those products as image carousels in the actual local listing. Google My Business added a new attribute. So they had veteran-led and they had women-led. Now they have business-owned attributes. So you can actually get a new icon on your business listing if you are a Black-owned business.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Siri. Also, Google has updated their ad policies for several policies to make things more clear. I listed all of them. There's probably several new policies that have been updated slightly to give more examples to make it clearer around Google Ads. Google Ads is testing a subtitle or a headline type of link under the main link. So you can see here in the screenshot the main title, and then you have a sublink under it, which is a smaller title with a link. I've never seen this before. Pretty interesting. Google's Top Stories is testing another feature where it says for context. Basically, it has the main story in the top, and then they have a for context with a sublink under it to a different story. Very interesting to see Google testing that as well. Google's testing also thick gray bars as a user interface between snippets. Very interesting to see that also. And very weird, Google had a Google Doodle that promoted wear a mask, save lives. It was a video doodle, and that doodle has been dropped. It was supposed to be live 2 days ago, and it just did not make it live, and they actually removed the doodle completely from the Google Doodle. So that pretty much recaps the Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz. This is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable, seroundtable.com. Again, if you want to be in the vlog and you're in the area, I will drive to you, or we can meet somewhere in a park or something, socially distant. I hope the new mic works okay. And I also got a new Osmo. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket. I got a DJI Osmo Action to do recording in 2 different video streams. I'm not using that here in this video yet. I'm running out of time today. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, tell your friends, comment, hit that bell, and do everything that YouTubers ask you to do. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Goodbye.